We're just 1 week away from welcoming our baby to the world, which means we're really behind on packing our hospital bag. So let's get right to it. We filmed this video before going to the hospital, but recorded the audio after our daughter was born, so you'll be able to get a good insight into what we did and did not end up using. So this video is going to be a little more free-flowing than you're used to. My wife's going to join me for this one.
Hello.
And we're just going to kind of talk through everything that we packed.
So the first item is the Frida Mom L&D and Postpartum Recovery Kit. I went back and forth a lot on whether or not this was worth buying, but I am very happy that I did. It felt a little extra since you do get a lot of these things at the hospital in some form, but this was really nice to have kind of nicer items, including the labor and delivery gown, which you can see there, and I used that, and nicer socks that don't bunch up throughout the entire experience. This is definitely the time when you're having a baby to go to be a little extra, so I'm happy, even though it was a little pricey, that I went for this. So you have the gown and the socks, and then there's disposable underwear, a peri bottle for healing, some healing foam, which is all witch hazel. And these, the real winners, are ice packs that you can use for your recovery. So if you've had a baby, as I have now, you'll know these are all very important.
So next up is our actual hospital bag that we brought along with us. And this is the Cotopaxi 35 liter. And we chose this one just so we could fit everything we could possibly need in here. It's a really large bag. It opens up in this suitcase style, which is really nice. So yeah, we'll start off with my clothes first. And I just brought along 2 t-shirts. These are both black comfort colored t-shirts, as I knew we'd probably be in the hospital for, some amount of time, especially after everything. I brought along a nice pair of Adidas sweatpants, or these are, track pants, that kind of style, just to be comfortable in. Next up, I have some Champion shorts, and these have a really nice mesh lining, so I use them as a swimsuit. I was told to bring these along in case my wife wanted to labor in the shower. And then here I just have a couple pair of socks. These ones are from Bombas, and then a couple pair of boxer briefs, the tried and true Gap ones that I always use.
So next up is the clothes that I brought. This is a labor and delivery gown specifically made for laboring that I got off Amazon. Nice and soft, cute color. Again, totally worth it. Those hospital gowns, you'll be drowning in them, and it has easy access still for the nurses to do their thing. I was expecting to be in the hospital for at least 48 hours, so I bought a couple of them. This was just a gown with a robe piece with it. Nice and soft. Again, the easy access, so they don't make you put on the scratchy gown. Next up are some grippy socks. Those grips are key in the hospital. They're always worried you're going to fall, especially if you get, an epidural or something like that. So I ended up getting these 2 in addition to the ones in the Frida box. So we were well prepared. Underwear, nursing bras. I did know I wanted to breastfeed, so I came prepared for that. And then a going home outfit. Return back to the world. The top is from a maternity company called Stork, which I have been loving during pregnancy. So highly recommend for pregnancy and postpartum.
So my wife probably ended up using more of the things that she brought than I did. I'd say I didn't really use anything. It was such a whirlwind experience. I really just continued to wear the jeans and the shirt that I came in, as well as the sweatshirt, and yeah.
So I run very warm, and I've heard again and again, bring a fan to the hospital. I used this during very painful contractions and afterwards, so lifesaver. And bonus, you can use it as a stroller fan for baby.
And then next up, we both have our individual toiletry bags, and these come from the brand Alpaca, as well as a little tech kit here too that has our cords for our cell phones. We brought the extended length cords so we could reach those plugs in the hospital.
And then, of course, baby needed some going home outfits. This is probably my favorite newborn onesie with the adorable veggies on it. So we pack that for her. And dino onesie, of course. I think that's mandatory. There's a little hat and a little blanket. This is the Monica and Andy brand. I've gotten a few things from them. They have really cute prints. And then we had some nice things that we were given as gifts for my shower. So I packed those as well just in case we wanted to do some pictures. And then a sleep mask. I had grand ambitions that I was going to be taking naps and getting rest in between contractions. So I wanted to make sure I had that for the hospital. I did not take it out of the bag. Lighting was also important to me. I wanted to make sure we had the ability to make the lighting calm. As you can see, this isn't the easiest thing to use, but once you get it going, it's really helpful. And if you flip it over, it turns off, and it turns on and off just with a tap. So it was nice to have when you didn't want to use the big hospital lights.
So then lastly, we wanted to utilize this small top pocket for some shoes. So I brought along these pair of water shoes from Speedo, and we were bringing these in case we did want to shower while we were at the hospital, which we didn't end up doing at all.
And then I brought along these sandals. Again, it was for shower shoes. Did not end up taking a shower as we came home a little earlier than I expected, which was awesome. But they were helpful for, just walking around the room, so I didn't have to walk on with my socks.
And then lastly, we brought a laptop just so that we could watch movies and everything. We didn't even end up using this either. We just spent time looking at the hospital TV, watching the Olympics. And then also, very important, we brought along our birth plan, which we did use. We made sure to give that to all of the nurses and doctors that we dealt with throughout the experience. And then next up, we brought a little tote bag full of snacks because we did want to be able to have some snacks while we were in the hospital.
Yeah, so we brought light snacks that I know I could have eaten while laboring. So we got some rice cakes, some goldfish, some Jolly Ranchers that I could suck on, especially if it was dry. Liquid IV, this is probably the most important thing we bought. Water bottle, use that the entire time.
Yeah, we just packed up this little bag and brought it along with us so we could kind of have these essentials during the time that we were there. So that's kind of what we brought along with us, those 3 main items. And like I was saying earlier, we probably used only about 20% of the things that we brought. I don't know how many snacks we ate during the time, but not many.
Yeah, not many. I ended up, the food for me was included at the hospital, so I was eating mostly the hospital food and or just not eating because the process went pretty quickly, all things considered. So I definitely used the Frida Mom pack and those gowns, but all of the little, tech things and like the computer, we did not end up using.
Yeah, we didn't need those at all. And, if you are bringing along snacks, you really don't need to. Honestly, just be prepared to go to Starbucks and constantly get some coffee because that's what you're really going to be needing during it. But we're so happy with, the birth of our daughter and to bring her home. And yeah, it's just such an amazing experience.
Yep, everybody is happy and healthy at the end of the day, which is what we wanted. So I'm glad we overpacked a little bit. I'd rather be over-prepared, but yeah, definitely. Next time we'll know.
And, let us know what you packed in your hospital bag or what you plan on bringing if you do have a little one on the way. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
Thank you.